Alright, so let's start with a few things. Ban ships first. Lake Superior did get a ban too, thank god. New Ohio also got a ban too, thank god. So no more baiting. No, oh, there's gonna be baiting still, but no more Lake Superior, no more New Ohio counter pushes, all that good stuff. Hami is still ban one, sadly, but that also means that Enterprise is actually unbanned,
Three.
which means that's a lot of hit and evasion up. Young did get banned, but I actually don't think she's gonna be used this week.
Actually, might like the
Oh, actually,
getting
yeah.
through 8 today is tough for some people.
Yeah, that is true.
Especially people that already invested in her, like 110 her and all.
True. Pod type and
Armor.
armor type are still going to be used quite a bit. Pod and armor and enterprise. Those are gonna be the big three trips, I think. Aside from that.
Gavin Kyla is unusable, I believe.
Yeah, Gayun, Kaio, Yang Harim, Evelyn are probably not going to be the best choices simply because you do have the up the units Rivet, Roy. I'm not going to look much at Blacktail, but you do have Roy and Rivet. You also have twins. If you leader twins and you use Rivet, you can have two 1-cost units. But I definitely think this week is going to be a Rosario week with Rosa as the leader. You're definitely going to have Elizabeth simply because you have Enterprise back up again. You're definitely gonna use Enterprise if you're not gonna use Pod or Armor type. Either one, any of those could counter Elizabeth or enable Elizabeth to actually hit Rosa. Aside from that, you also are probably going to have to use twins, Ahilda, Claudia, and Yumi. 100% Yumi this week. I think, or you could also use Ahilda. But there's also Chifuyu and Xiang, but I think the only ones that are replaceable out of those 8 are pretty much Chifuyu and Boy that are replaceable. But
yeah. I mean, it's definitely gonna be a fun week. It's not just one team comp that everyone's gonna use.
oh yeah, definitely.
Just wondering if Rivet is strong enough to get through A-Hill days.
It will be more of a lot of burst more than anything. But also you do have those two that could shred her. But if we do look at Rivet skills, does a decent amount. Does 50% more damage on melee ground units, which isn't that bad. And 50% more damage on counters, and has a decent amount of debuff resistance. 100% actually.
And she is 1-cost.
And she is 1-cost, yes. So she's probably gonna be like one of the main DPS. I think she
should people run Pang buff on her, or let her be by herself?
I think you could use Kang, but I think as a 1-cost unit, she's kind of more like a rotation. But also just someone as filler. But if you also look at Roy's, he does increase the enemy's target incoming damage 10% or 50% of max rank, and also shreds with his ulti by 25% defense. But I think combined with Roy and Chifu, I think you definitely shred.
I'm actually really scared of his special skill, the attack speed debuff, because we will be seeing some Chifuyus, maybe some Janes of the the people who already built their Janes, and that attack speed debuff on strikers, you feel it in game.
Alright, let me go and
build your team. Put some stats on them.
Definitely at least the people that I think I'm gonna use.
Which ship do you think you're gonna run? Pod type?
I'm probably either gonna run Enterprise or Pod type. Ooh, Sylvia's unbanned. We might have to use
Sylvia. You scared of evasion teams, is it?
Maybe. Amina didn't get banned, huh?
Amina didn't get banned. Yeah. But with A Hilde taking 2 valid hits and shield behind her being protected, uh, it's kind of hard to drop Amina this week, I think. Unless they're like right on your base.
Oh, you know what? Xiang and Jane honestly aren't gonna be that good this week. There's no rangers besides Rivet, and you can't touch
Oh yeah,
Rosa.
but they shred
Yeah,
the strikers as well.
yeah, but you're probably not gonna touch the snipers much
Yeah.
either. You also
Yeah,
are gonna
true.
have a Rosaria lead, and they can't touch her.
Yeah. With all the rosaries going on, I'm still gonna stick with Jane, but I'm just gonna have Elizabeth and Rosaria ready. As I did like what was it 2 weeks ago? It was like the first Rosaria week. That's exactly what I did.
All right, so definitely what I think is gonna happen for this week is if I do use pod type or enterprise, it's probably going to have to be something like, say, hey Hilda, Rosaria, Spiff.
몸을 아껴주세요, 여러분.
겁나냐고? 전혀.
You gonna run Rivet?
새로운 사건이군요.
No.
This could work. In general, you're gonna have a pretty hard time dealing with this actually. Mainly because you're gonna have more DPS than defenders this week. While last week was basically just spam the shit out of King. You're gonna have
2 of the strongest supporters in the back.
yeah, you're just basically gonna have a shit ton of DPS this week. And in general, there's a lot of DPS, just things to deal with DPS, things to deal with the tanks. It's gonna be mainly a rush week, I think. This could work for the most part.
Yes. Okay, maybe show your builds on some of them.
Yeah.
All of them, actually.
Yeah, I'm still definitely thinking. I don't think snipers are gonna be used much at all this week.
Yeah, because you can't
Even
get through
Sylvia.
the A hill day. Yeah.
Aside from
The
also
Hayami laser can go through.
Sylvia could work, but nah.
There's just so many better options.
Yeah, there's way too much.
We might see some Karins this week. Because some people don't have an answer to Rosarius. Just a bit.
So this is incoming damage, right? And this is reduces
That's down.
defense
Mhm.
and attack speed.
Claudius, the only one who's gonna need max CDR on this week, yeah?
I think again, mechs and soldiers could probably work, but
Oh yeah.
actually they definitely could work, especially if you have Roy or Rivet in there. Definitely Rivet though. This week's
I don't
ups.
see Max surviving this week, honestly.
Soldiers can definitely work a lot better now. Rivet's definitely
yeah.
really strong.
People who have already built like the scout and
And I think if you do have a JSY, Jishyung, G-Fuse is kind of needed if you want to kill her. We'll see. I definitely think Jifu might be good here. I just don't know if I want to replace Rivet for anyone.
I don't think the Rivet fits in your team. It's quite a bulky team.
It is.
Plows through.
Having Rivet though. Where did I put Rivet in? Fuck.
It's level 1.
Nah, I just didn't take her out yet.
Actually,
수중전 대비도 완벽합니다.
Okay. She would be
But
the
who'd go though?
I
Quite
think
tough.
2 shredders. Big thing is I'm missing Amy now.
Well, yeah, if you're gonna turtle or have a mid game,
Yeah.
but if you're on their side, there's gonna be no opportunity to put down Amina, I think. And there's like no rangers to snipe except for Rosaria. But even then, it probably won't kill if there's too many strikers and defenders around.
Hmm. Let me see how I could fare.
How tanky is Roy?
Take a decent bit. Like, at level 100.
You can check the collection. There, above Pendragon. Up. To the right. Yeah, 66.
Not bad.
46k.
Decent evasion,
Load
too.
funds. Mm-hmm.
Decent evasion.
Oh yeah, decent evasion. God damn. I don't know how I'd build them. Would it be max CDR for the debuffs?
참 누가 분리수거도 안 해놓은
Could.
Because the attack speed is always gonna be there. He doesn't need attack speed. I mean the basic attacks, proccing the passive. He's not a DPS as well. He's a debuffer.
I'm not gonna be snipers this week. Would have to put Amy in then. Decided to feel your Roy here. Considering I'm gonna do this. This is basically the cost of the team. So
You really need Chifuyu to shred a heal days.
그럼
it's either Roy or Chifuyu.
Not using any up units. What's some threats to this team?
This team. The exact same team of mirror match. Right? It's impossible to predict what's going to actually happen. But this might be one of the better teams. I really don't think Jushion is going to be useful here, considering there's 1 Twins, there's 2 Chifuyu, and there's 3 of fucking A Hilda. And she's gonna block most of Ella hits for the backline. And also, yeah, Rosaria in general is it's the only ranger, so what's the point of running Jushion or like... Yeah, basically just Jushion, really.
My Jane Rush would have a hard time with this. It's probably just if you are running Rosaria lead, I'd just pray to RNG get a Hilda in the 8th card or something. Even then you have Yumi. She can tank quite a bit. Just a bit.
Actually, I got an idea. Okay, how about we do...
겁나냐고?
소대
Yeah.
전투 준비.
So
Okay.
if we do this...
You're immune to rushes now. It's really solid. I don't know.
Now, Enterprise is a really
But-
nice ship, especially with all this damage up. But I don't know if I want to use that over Gleipnir Pod type, although Pod type has a really nice. No, I think I'm gonna take the gamble simply because I am using Elizabeth, and it just hurts hard.
Yeah,
with her.
Rosari miss.
Mhm.
Fucking hurts.
And if people use Pod, I'm
Wait.
gonna have to use Enterprise to a certain extent.
Would you double anti-ranger your Elizabeth for attack?
I have double attack on her. I have a lot of anti-air as well on her.
Ah, okay. Yeah. I built mine on
So-
anti-sniper, so I have to rebuild her.
So I'm gonna go to her sets.
King set.
Change some sets here.
전투 준비 완료.
Gonna do that.
Oh, you have CC? Roll that.
Actually, I'm not gonna use this, but I don't think I want to use this.
Oh, have you done challenge mode 2.5? It gives Gordius gear.
Someone?
Here.
I'll check it out.
Oh wait, soldiers actually. Never mind. But yeah, just if you want to pick it up.
Yeah, it's so very have them.
Okay.
Don't have the
That's fine.
counter gear yet. I can get some anti-defender res.
Don't know about that. It's probably anti-striker res is what you want this week.
Yeah, I'm just trying to look for the fucking gear for that.
Or ground.
Gear not found.
Okay, guess you have to roll.
Maybe. Let's see. Sniper is anti-ranger. I could also do anti-ranger res, to be honest.
Oh yeah. That crown is good. It's usable. And it's a crown as well.
Instead of HP, I could do HP
전투
defense.
준비 완료.
So that could work. Anti-ranger damage res, anti-ranger damage res,
Okay.
anti-ground res. Oh wait, that's 3.
Yeah, you gotta
Man.
ditch one of the accessories.
I would have
Oh,
to do
no, that-
defense, but I don't know. That's kind of suspect.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, but I would rather prefer HP
But yeah.
defense. Actually, oh, no, she does run defense. Actually, PvP, right? Yeah.
Perhaps. Especially with all this res, it's not bad. Oh, doesn't the shield scale off HP or something?
Yeah, but I'd still prefer
Can't
to
just
have
roll that. Which one doesn't have?
defense. You have enough defense to outscale it.
She just had the highest defense in the game.
Depends on what I can get for my defense roll. I think this is the only defense one I can actually get. That's good, or I can roll for a new one. But yeah. I could also do anti-strike damage actually. But I have anti-ground damage right now. But I'd have to
Yeah.
warn something.
Yeah,
that
I'd
defense
roll
is
an
good.
HP gear, an HP
Yeah.
accessory.
I have to actually get a HP gear here.
Oh, you're looking for crowns, not movement.
I had to look for HP.
Okay.
I think that I had to actually roll for that one or this one. Or this one.
Mhm.
I'm probably gonna have to roll for this,
전투 준비 완료.
which is fine. It's whatever. Just adjust this for something. Okay, that works.
Oh yeah, that's good. Mhm.
Yeah, I just don't know if I want to keep this though. I'd honestly probably change it. Yeah, I'm gonna change it. I need at least one of the
It's an
reses.
okay roll.
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't know if I want to keep that though. Do I?
there. Fuck. Well, that's better, right? She does a decent amount of damage, right?
Yeah,
When she procs her skill.
pretty decent.
Oh, there you go. Oh.
There you go.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, you don't want ranger res. You're right.
There you go. So aside from that, gonna show you what ship I'm actually gonna run. I'm gonna use pod type specifically to counter Amina when she does show up, so I can get rid of her special skill. Aside from that, the evasion's pretty nice, so hopefully my Rosaria does dodge enough. She doesn't have that much, but Pendragon doesn't have enough hit to actually warrant a guaranteed hit, as well as the fact that it's enough dodge to maybe dodge on a 1/5 chance, but it's not that bad. With 32% evasion, it's pretty decent. Should guarantee that Rosaria can dodge, but it's not a guarantee that she will. Aside from that though, let's go over gear. So I'm going HP defense on a Hilda. This is what I have for her substats. I have anti-striker, anti-ranger, some ground damage res, and some ground damage for my substats. For the twins, I'm running a CDR set on them with a little bit of ground damage, mainly for 51% skill haste. For their ulti, I'm using a CDR set. I'm going CDR on Rosaria with full SC gear. Get that crit damage up there, but I do have some ground and anti-striker substats for anti-striker damage and anti-ground damage for those really annoying strikers this week. And hopefully I can kill them pretty easily, and a decent amount of skill haste as well. For Pendragon, I am running double attack with some skill haste because there's nothing really to use for her case unless I have T6 gear. Running some anti-air damage and a decent amount of crit damage and some anti-ranger damage. So I'm fully expecting to try and snipe Rosaria here. That's her main purpose. Then we have Claudia with a decent amount of skill haste, anti-sniper damage res, and anti-defender res. Not that useful for the most part, but honestly I could change it right now if I wanted to. You can go to like... I actually want to keep that one. That's really nice. Might go for one of these and then re-enchant maybe. Depends though. I'd have to roll skill haste. But, pretty unlikely. I doubt I will. It's still more useful though. But I mean I guess for now there's no reason not to grab it. So I'll just grab the anti-ground damage anyways, and this one is alright to an extent, but I'm probably just gonna grab the anti-strike damage as well, because there's not gonna be much either way. A little bit more defensive stats, not bad. More defensive stats, it's always nice. Still cleaning it up a bit. Basically decent amount of skill haste, ground damage, and strike damage. Not that important, but this is also my Amina. It's the same as last week. Then I have Shibuya with a decent amount of ground damage, ground res, and skill haste and attack speed up on her gear, as well as a decent amount of stats. Aside from that, I also do have Roy Burnett built up with his exclusive. I sadly got defense, so I had to commit to it. But probably evasion or HP on his exclusive would be pretty nice. Or if you want to run a CDR set, that would be pretty interesting as well. That could work. But aside from that, yeah, I'm running some skill haste on him. So he has 36.5% skill haste with 22.9% attack speed from his exclusive. It's really nice actually. And a decent amount of anti-defender damage. But basically I'm just running skill haste on him. And he's not that squishy. It's pretty decent. Okay defense, but pretty decent HP and evasion. Definitely pretty decent, pretty above average evasion. But aside from that, he is also a ranged striker to an extent. A lot more range than most strikers at least. So he can stay behind the front line to not get hit by all the valid hits. But more than usual, he is actually a pretty far distance, like at least 2 auto attack, 3 auto attack ranges away from his enemy. So he can be safe as a debuffer instead of being on the front line. So tankiness wouldn't really matter as much. Not that bad either. And his ulti has 5 valid hits. So pretty happy with how he turned out. Roy's a pretty good character, especially for PvE and raids and stuff, but I would definitely build him for this week. I think he is upped as well. So that's basically my build for my characters, and this is probably the build I'm going to use for PvP. pretty decent, I think. Although I'm still wondering if CDR is better on him. But at the current moment, I'm gonna roll with his exclusive and just run HP defense for now. Although it'd be better if it was HP or HP evasion, but gotta commit to it sadly. But I had already had gears, so it's fine for the most part. It's whatever. That's pretty much it for that. So to conclude on the PvP ups and bans, basically, Evelyn unusable this week. You're using Awakening Hilda. She's gonna be a sitting duck. It's not worth it. Yang Harim, Kyle Wong, and Gayun. For all the low cost units this week, I honestly wouldn't use them. It's too much of a risk, especially since you're using Hilda as well. You're only gonna have like 1 to 2 units out at a time, and you're not gonna have enough backline or support basically, or enough frontline. So honestly, they're not worth it in my opinion. They're also 5 costs, so Lake Superior, New Ohio, and Kami are still banned. Lake Superior and New Ohio, in my opinion, are unusable right now, especially with the fact that one skill from your ship could basically take down that first HP bar to basically making it so that you can deploy way further up. And then you have Rivet, Roy Burnett as up units. I don't really care about Blacktail, but these 2 units are actually pretty viable, I think, this week. Aside from that, that's pretty much the PvP ups and bans. Do you have anything to add, Voodoo?
No, you cover everything.
Alright, hopefully I cover everything, and that's pretty much it. Hopefully I can get 6k this week, but yeah, I'll try my best.
Go Charlie!
Yeah, gotta get that challenger. Well, thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you in the gauntlet. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. Thanks for tuning in and supporting the channel for what it is today. To be honest, I really don't want to ask for this, but I really do need you guys to subscribe and like the videos so you guys can spread the awareness of these videos out. I really want to help people and whatnot, but I need you guys to actually help me with the algorithm for that. Aside from that though, I do want to ask to try and hit for 1,000 subs. There are 11k viewers that are here that watch my videos, but as you can see, there's a lot of people that haven't subscribed yet. I don't want to ask for this often. After 1k, honestly, I'm probably not going to ask for it anymore, but I do need those 1k subs for the reason that I can't share my videos on certain places unless I'm quote-unquote big enough. So I need at least 1k. I'm sorry for asking, but it would mean a lot. Thank you.